How's it going, everyone? This is Phoenix Rapunzel. So nice of you to join me here. I just wanted to take a sec. We're playing Infinite Magicraid today, and I wanted to show my free-to-play account, which is on the PC. The PC client for Infinite Magicraid is available, so you guys can go and check that out. But I wanted to take a little bit and show you what I've been able to do on my newest account. So, this is a 100% free-to-play account, Phoenix Rapunzel free-to-play. As you can see, I'm already level 18. I made my own little guild called Have Fun. If you guys want to join me, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, so I've been playing this account for 3 days. We're going to have day 4 reset in about an hour and a half. And I've actually gotten pretty far. I'm really happy about this. So let me go to campaign really quick and show you where I'm at. So in common mode, I've gotten 357 out of 360 stars. That means I've almost 3-starred everything. There's only 3 parts that I haven't quite gotten to. In the Doom Volcano, it's the final boss against Lucifer, and then in the Demon Abyss, it's against the 2 bosses there. I got just over 60 turns with both of those, and I need to get that lower. But I'm very happy that I was able to do that in, like 3 days time. And honestly, I credit a lot of it to my very first legendary on the account, Aisha. She is a fantastic AoE damage dealer. Just going through her kit really quick. I have leveled up some of her skills, or I guess not leveled up, but upgraded some of her skills. So her initial skill, she deals 110% attack damage to all enemies, and that you can use the skill scrolls to get it up to 150, and then you can increase her exclusive as well to increase her damage even more. She's a really hard hitter. Her second skill, it deals 450% to 650% attack damage to a single enemy. So this is more of a single target skill versus her other 2 skills, which are AoE, and this one can book down, or not book down, but you can tell I've been playing Raid for too long because I'm used to saying, oh, it's gonna book down to this. But anyways, you can use skill scrolls to get it down to a 3-turn cooldown. So that's super nice. Her passive, she gains damage immunity, and her turn meter cannot be reduced for 1 turn when she survives with less than 50% hit points. And this goes down to a 4-turn cooldown. So damage immunity, if you've played Raid Shadow Legends before, damage immunity is the exact same thing as block damage. So basically she's just not taking any damage. And the nice thing one thing that I really like about Infinite Magicraid versus Raid Shadow Legends is that they actually explain the buffs and the debuffs within the game, so that you don't have to exit out of the game or go researching and figure out what the heck does this skill even do, or what the heck is this buff or debuff. And then her final skill, this one hits like an absolute truck. 260 to 390% attack damage to all enemies. The higher the enemy's HP percentage, the higher the damage dealt. So basically, it's like, if you're comparing it to Raid again, it's like an enemy max HP skill. And it smacks people into the ground. It was really thanks to her that I was able to 3-star a lot of the levels on common difficulty. So my team right now, I have Aisha, and I have her in crit rate and crit damage gear, with lots of crit rate and crit damage rolls here. A little bit of speed here, but she really doesn't need too much speed. She just needs a lot of like crit rate, crit damage there. So again, these 2 are so nice. Really good pieces, especially for 3 stars. So Aisha, she is kind of like my lead damage dealer. And then I have Holder. Holder is really cool when it comes to counterattacking, and he's really good with landing his bleed. Again, he does some AoE damage. It's not so much the AoE damage that he's known for, it's more of his counterattack abilities. But he has also been like holding down the fort when it comes to dealing that damage. And so he puts, let me just show you his skills really quick. So he increases his own attack, and then he also gives himself counterattack, and then he gets he gets basically an extra turn. And that goes down to a 4-turn cooldown, which is super nice once I get it there. And then he basically starts out with this. If you're letting the AI like take control, then he starts out with his Blood Debt skill, and then he goes right into his Death Storm. And his Death Storm, that's where the AoE comes in, and he lands that bleed. Again, it is only a 20% chance, but if you build him with accuracy, then that goes up, or I guess that would be effect hit in this game. So if you build him with effect hit, then he really can nail people. And again, his first skill, the Scythe Cut, again, it has that 20% chance to inflict bleed. So if you have that effect hit on him, then he does a lot of damage. So I would say Holder and Aisha are my damage dealers, and then I have Maya and I have Liz as my buffers and healers and stuff, and they're doing awesome. I have Liz on my mobile account, and she does really, really awesome with cleansing, with healing. She's just an overall really, really solid champion, and I mean, she just looks super sweet. Like, look at that. Okay, so then Maya. I haven't actually ever used Maya. When I started playing on the mobile, I got Eden first. I didn't get Maya as my first support champion, or my support hero. But she actually, I mean, she does the cleanse, she does buffs, she does healing, she does quite a bit. So her kit it goes a little bit like this. So she does damage on her basic attack, and she restores hit points by 5% of max hit points for the ally with the lowest hit point. So every time she attacks, she basically heals someone. So she's constantly healing as she's attacking. Her second ability, this one is a healing one where she restores hit points by 15% of max hit points for an ally, and then another 2 random allies. And if the target's hit points is full, then they cleanse 3 layers of damage over time debuffs from them and grants them heal for 2 turns. So that's really nice to have, again, that healing, but the cool thing about the healing is that it happens for multiple people. It's not just one person that's healing there. Her passive skill, she restores self hit points by 1.8% of max hit points whenever an ally takes direct damage, and as you can see, that can increase with her getting her exclusive up, as well as getting her skills increased as well. And then her final skill here is Sacred Light. This one's very interesting. So she actually loses hit points by 35% of her max hit points, but then she restores all allies' hit points 3 times, each time restoring 8%. So she basically loses 35% of her own hit points, but then restores 24% of everyone's. Before the first restoration, grants the target consolidation for 2 turns if their hit points is full. Before the second one, they grants them a shield by 15%, and then the third restoration grants them basically resisting debuffs, so like blocking debuffs for 1 turn if their HP is full. So kind of an interesting skill. Like she kind of knocks herself down a little bit, but then she builds that HP right back up. Anyway, she's a really awesome healer. And Liz, Liz is so good. So she's got the HP burning on that first skill there, and HP burn is king in this game. It deals the most damage that I have ever seen. On my other account, I have Malia, and she is crazy when it comes to landing those HP burns, and also like when they go off, she deals so much damage. So anyway, so Liz has the HP burn on her very first attack. And then her other ones, they're not attacks, they're more of the healing aspect of that. So we've got, again, that resistant debuff. Restores hit points by 80% of attack plus 6% of max hit points for an ally and grants them that resist debuff for 1 turn. So 80% of the attack. So that means that if their attack is high, then they'll also be healed by that much, I think. I can't remember if it's her attack or if it's their attack. Anyways, her passive, she restores self hit points by 3% of max hit points for every debuff inflicted on an enemy. So if you have a lot of heroes that do debuffs, then she'll be able to continuously heal. And then finally we have Resurrection. Restores hit points by 10% of max hit points for all allies and cleanses 3 layers of damage over time debuffs. Meanwhile, grants them a shield by 20% of Liz's max hit points for 2 turns. So again, there's that cleanse there, and now the cleanse, it has to be for damage over time debuffs. So that would include fire, that would include HP burn, that would include poison, things like that. If it's like attack down or defense down, then it's not going to cleanse that. It only cleanses the damage over time debuffs. So if you try that out and you're like, why the heck didn't she clean this stuff off? It's because they weren't damage over time debuffs. And to round out my current team, which will be changing here, I have Christian. And Christian, I mean, he smacks really hard with his Sword of Justice ability, where it's an AoE. And then he just has a really decent shield on his second ability here, and his first one, I mean, the stun lands more often than you would think, which is super cool. But I mean, he's good for like a starter champion, and everyone will get him at the beginning. But going through more of the game, he's not necessarily the best. I'm going to actually be switching him out once I get her built up with Daisy. Daisy looks cute, but man, she can smack. So her first skill, 170% attack damage to a single enemy. Crit is guaranteed if she has any attribute buff. So if people are putting buffs on her, then she's instantly going to crit on that first skill. Second skill, increases all allies' crit rate by 25% and attack by 20% for 2 turns. So again, she actually puts those buffs out on everyone, and then she has a chance to have an extra turn, which is so nice. So if she does the second skill and she goes right into her first skill, then she is going to crit automatically. As well, if you get her exclusive up, then it increases all allies' crit damage by 30%. So crit rate, attack, and crit damage are all increased by that one skill. Her passive, she increased her turn meter by 9% whenever she gets a layer of attribute buff. So as she's getting buffs, then her turn meter is just filling like crazy. And then her exclusive can also bump that up a bit. And then 200% attack damage to all enemies. Each layer of attribute buff she has increases the damage of the skill by 15% up to 75%. So again, that damage just increases by the amount of buffs that she has on herself. And again, 15% extra crit damage. This is part of her exclusive, up to 75% for every layer of attribute buff that she has. So I will be switching these 2 out. I'm trying to figure out which one of these 5 between Aisha, Holder, Maya, Liz, and Daisy, which one should be my first awakened hero. So let me know what you think. But anyways, that is where I'm at with this lovely free-to-play account. Oh, let's take a look at my wishes, shall we? So I've already spent a few, as you could probably tell by my my heroes and stuff. But I mean, I have 36 excellence. I have 4 supremes. I really want to save up the supremes for the end of December, when there's going to be a double legendary event going on, so that I can get a legendary either from supremes or from excellence. And I mean, it would just be fun to, you know, start off 2023 with a bang and pull all my wishes. And then I've also got 8 miracle wishes here, so you know, not too bad. And for funsies, oh, actually 40 more times to get a legend hero. That's nice. And I got 36. We're gonna do a 10 pop for funsies. See what I get. Ooh, wow! 3 right in a row! That is fantastic. Having a second Maya, that is really going to help with getting her exclusive up. Deschanel, oh, I love Deschanel. She is an awesome champion. She's another increasing the turn meter. She's another healer, but she also does this severe wound, which it's actually come in clutch several times on my mobile account, because I have her on that one, and I have her at I believe it's an exclusive 3 that I have her at. But she does a lot of work, and she's one of my better healers on that account as well, alongside Liz. This is, I believe it's Rumble, that's right. He's okay. Honestly, I'll probably use him as a chicken. But I mean, getting a second Maya, that makes me really happy. So I'm gonna see. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can do her exclusive until she gets to. Yeah, I have to awaken her first before I do her exclusive. But as soon as she is awakened, then I'm gonna use that other Maya, which I should probably lock right now. And then I'll unlock her when it's time to upgrade that exclusive. Cool. That makes me happy. Alright. Let's go into campaign really quick and show you a little bit about what we can do. So again, this is my current team. I do need to build Daisy up. I need to go take a look at the gear that I have for her and everything. But I think she should be ready to go. We'll double check after this battle. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna actually take this off of auto. So Liz went first. She put up her shield, and she would have removed any damage over time debuffs. So now it's Maya's turn, and I'm just gonna have her do her basic attack. And then Aisha, I'm gonna have her do her big one. She took down a lot there. So I'm gonna have him put on his counter attack. This is Holder, and then he's gonna do his 2 or his second skill. Christian's gonna come in and just give him the wave off. And look, only 6 turns. Or, I guess 7 now. So, Liz, who should we take out? Probably this guy. And we'll just have you do your A1. Your first skill. Put on a shield from Christian. See, these are the kind of skills, or these are the kind of, excuse me, not skills. These are the kind of debuffs that Liz would not be able to clean off with her 3rd skill, because it is not a damage over time debuff. So let's see here. I haven't used the 2nd skill yet. Let's do this one on this one. Just blast him to the ground, you know. And we'll just continue taking out these dudes. Okay, now we're on to the 3rd level. Yeah, I figured Space would go first. This is Space, by the way. She's a pretty good healer and a turn meter increaser as well. So we'll go ahead and just put the shield on from Liz. which was probably a good thing that that happened. We'll do. Let me just see here. Yeah. We'll just go into the skill from Aisha. We'll do the second skill from Holder. Third skill from Christian. We're only at 42 turns here, which is really good because you want to be under 60. Boom, 3-star. Easy peasy. Okay, let me go back. We're actually going to go back to the main city, and I'm going to switch out Christian with Daisy. So I'm going to increase Daisy's level all the way up to 100. Make sure she's got good equipment on. Okay, so we got attack rate, we've got crit damage, effect hit, HP rate, that'll be good. She can stay alive. Okay. Let's go to the next level. I'm actually going to run this next one on... I think I'm going to run it on auto. I'm going to switch out Christian for Daisy. We're going to run it on auto. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Oh yeah, look. Oh, there. 7 turns. I'm interested to see the damage amount at the end, particularly from Daisy, just because I haven't used her. This is my first time using her in a team. Stay alive, everyone. Okay, we're getting a little bit high on this. There we go. There's second skill there. Okay, 56. That still gets us 3 stars. Okay, let's see the damage. Okay. So Daisy, and that was just from getting her up to 100. She out-damaged Holder by almost 15,000. That's pretty good. And these two, they're not going to do a lot of damage, but they are going to do a bunch of healing. But yeah, I mean, even just those numbers, looking at those, like, she's going to put in a lot of damage, especially as I go farther. So let's keep going. Going to stage 2-9. And I'm just going to leave it on auto. See how we do. Oh, I love it when Aisha does her third skill. She just smacks people into the ground. There, 45. Yes. Okay. We may not 3-star this one. But again, this is on auto, so. Okay, come on. Yes! Wow! Oh my goodness. Okay. So Daisy did her put on the crit damage. It was crit rate and attack. And then she immediately went into her her AoE attack, and I mean, she just wiped the floor. Like, look at that, 126k compared to Holder 45,000, and then I mean Aisha with her 245k. But I mean, still, that is awesome. Okay, let's go on. We'll do the boss. After this, I'm going to switch over to Raid Shadow Legends, and I will show you guys my free-to-play account and my alt account, and just show you a little bit where they're at. And we'll do dailies and stuff like that. Let's take some people out here. Again, that turn is getting used her A3 too soon. I gotta say, I love the ×4 speed on Infinite Magicraid. It makes things so much faster. It's quite nice. Alright, come on. Let's get rid of this space. I said get rid of her. Thank you. Alright, come on, let's smack this guy into the ground. Thank you. That was a good chunk of damage that Daisy herself took out. Ooh, forge unlocked. Dang it, I wanted to see the... It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Slay set. Forge. Okay. Crit rate and crit damage up. I do like how it has crit damage there. Yeah. Not necessarily the best, but I mean, not bad. And I wanted to see what that damage input or output was. Let's see if I can go back. I'm actually going to go back to the boss stage on Sword Harbor hard. We're going to keep Daisy in there. We're going to see what she does. I just love Aisha smacking people into the ground with that third skill of hers. Okay, boss time. Only at 28 turns, that's not bad. Oh, he's putting fear on me, of course. Count's high again. Nice. Okay. So output this time wasn't necessarily the best, but I think also part of it is well, when everything lines up perfectly for her, then she can really smack some people. But as you can see, like, Holder outdid her just by a bit. He also did have his counterattack on, and when you have a champion that or a hero that does counterattack, then they tend to do a bit more damage there. So, but I mean, overall, like, we did get 3 stars there. For common, it would be under 60 turns. For hard, I think it jumps up to 80. I have to double check that. I'm still new to this game, still trying to figure it all out. But hey, I mean, we just 3-starred on hard Sword Harbor, so there you go. So let's go back here. Let's see if we got anything down here. Not yet. But hey, that's looking pretty good. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this account here. And thank you for joining me on Infinite Magicraid. This is Phoenix Rapunzel, signing off.